Hello everyone. Now I will show you how to create simple SMS application using Android Studio. So this is design mode. I will switch it to the code mode. I will take the help of relative layout. Now I will set layout width and layout height properties. Before that, I will press Alt plus Enter key, both keys together, so that schemas.android.com apk will get called over here. Now I will set layout width, that is match parent, and now I will set Android layout height, it will also match parent. I will close this relative layout XML tag. So this is my relative layout, and within this layout now I will set edit text tag. I will make use of this edit text tag to accept the contact number from the user. Layout width for this edit text tag will be wrap content, and height will also wrap content. I will set ID for this edit text tag over here. ID is edit text 1. Now in next property, I will set the position of this edit text tag on relative layout. For that, I will call layout align parent property. I will set it as a true. Next, I will call align parent top property. Again, I will make it as a true. Now I will call margin right property, and I will set its value as a 20 dp. And at last I will set EMS property. EM is for the font size, and I will set value over here 10. Here now I have closed this edit text tag. If I switch to the design mode, you can see this edit text is appeared over here in this relative layout. So I will simply drag and drop this layout over here. Now I will switch to the code mode. Since I am going to make use of this edit text to accept the contact number from the user, I will set max length property for this edit text. Max length, that is 10. In this way, I will able to enter, or any user will be able to enter only 10-digit number in this edit text. So this is edit text to enter the contact number of the user. Now to write the message, I will take another edit text. Again, I will set its layout width to the wrap content, and layout height will also wrap content. So since I want this edit text below this edit text, so I will set its property Android layout below, and here I will write the ID of edit text 1 tag. So that what will happen, if I switch to the design mode, you can see that this next edit text has appeared below the initial edit text 1. Again, I will switch to the code mode to set its further properties. Before applying next properties for this edit text, I will set its ID. I will set edit text 2 as a ID for this edit text XML tag. And now I will set next property for this edit text 2, that is layout underscore align left. Again, here I will enter the ID of edit text 1. Next, I will set layout margin top property, and I will assign 26 dp value, and at last I will assign EMS property. I will set its value as a 10. Since I am going to make use of this edit text 2 to write the message for the user, I will apply input type attribute for this edit text 2. Here I will set input type attribute as a text multiple line. And now I will close this edit text 2 tag. If I switch to the design mode, you can see that below this edit text 1 tag, this edit text 2 tag has appeared. Now again I will switch to the code mode. So to make understand for the user, this edit text is to enter the user's contact number. I will create one here text view to show the message contact number, so that I will call here text view tag. Again, its layout width is match parent and layout height is also match parent. Before assign further attributes and properties, I will set here its ID first, and its ID is text view 1. Since I want to assign this text view left side of the edit text one, so I will assign here property layout underscore align baseline. And here I will set the ID of edit text one. Next property is layout to left of. Since I want to set its position before besides the left side of the edit text one, so I will enter here ID of edit text one. Then I will set one text attribute to this text view. I will set mobile number as a text on this text view. And I will set text size as a 20 sp. So this is mobile number text view has been set at the left side of the edit text one. So instead of match parent, I will set its layout width as a wrap content, and I will apply the same changes to the layout height. Instead of match parent, I will simply set layout height as a wrap content. Now if I switch to the design mode, you can see that this mobile number has been appeared over here. So in this way user will understand that user have to enter mobile number in this edit text. Now again I will simply set next text view over here to display the message enter SMS. So again I will set wrap content layout width and wrap content layout height for this text view. I will set its ID as text view 2. Next property for this text view is layout align base align. And here I will set the ID of edit text 2. Next property I will set layout underscore align left. Here I will set the ID of text view 1. Since I want to set its align equal to this initial text view. So that's why for this attribute layout align left, I will set the ID of text view 1. Next property for this text view 2 is layout align bottom, and here I will set the ID of edit text 2. Here I will call text attribute to display the message, that is message, and again I will set this message text size, that is 20 sp. Now I will close this tag. If I switch to the design mode, you can see that this is a message, so that user can understand. In this edit text, user has to enter the message. Now to set the background color for this relative layout, I will go to the relative layout tag. Here below the layout height property, I will set its background attribute. In background, I will set this color code #1 B FF E B 3B. So I have set this cream color to this relative layout background. Now to send the message, I need button widget over here. So again I will switch to the code mode. Now I will write the XML tag for button. Again its height, layout width of button is wrap content, and layout height of this button is also wrap content. Here I will set its ID as a button. Again I want this button to be appear over here below to the edit text 2. To do that, I will assign Android layout below property. Here in layout below, I will set the ID of edit text 2. So you can see that this button initially that was appeared here, now it has appeared over here. Next property is layout align left. Here I will set the ID of edit text 2. So this is button. I will set its background color. I will assign the color code, that is hash E8C8BD. So this is the color for button widget. So in this way I can also perform graphically changes for this button UI widget, and its code will automatically reflect on this code mode. You can see that when I drag and drop this button graphically, its layout margin left property and layout margin top property has been automatically set over here. Now to set the text on this button UI widget, I will take the help of text attribute, and here I will set the message as a send. So now you can see that send message has been appear to this button UI widget. Again I will set its text size by calling text size property. I will set its text size as a 20 sp. I will increase it a little bit, so I will set its text size as a 30 sp. And to set the color on this text, I will take the help of text color attribute, and now I will assign the color code over here, that is hash 2745B0. So this is the color code for this text send. So now my design part has been completed. Now I will switch to the Java code. In relative layout, I have taken two edit text and one button UI widget. So again I will click on the main activity.java class, and here I will create the reference for edit text as well as button. This is a first edit text for the contact number. So that I will create a number as a reference for first edit text and message as a reference for second edit text. Again I will create the reference for button class, that is submit. Again I will assign its ID, that is edit text 1 and edit text 2 ID for this edit text to the respective reference of the edit text class. So again I will call here the reference of number. Here I will perform typecasting methodology. Its class name is edit text, and to search the ID of first edit text 1 I will call the function find view by ID, and the ID for edit text 1 is present in R folder, that is r.id. ID name is edit text 1. So in this way this edit text 1 ID has been set to the number reference of this edit text class. Since this ID present in integer format, and this is a reference of edit text class. I have apply here typecasting methodology so that this integer value will get assigned to the reference of edit text class. Similarly, I will call here reference of edit text class, that is message. Again here I will perform typecasting methodology to find the ID for the edit text 2. Again I will take the help of find view by ID method, and that ID is present in r.id package, and this is the edit text to ID. In similar manner, I will assign the ID of button to the reference of button class. So this button ID of this button UI widget has been set to the submit reference of this button class. Now next what I have to perform, when user enter the mobile number over here and desired text message over here, when user will click on send button, the appropriate message must be sent to the entered contact number. So to do that, I will call set on click listener method. So I will take the help of submit reference. Here I will call set on click listener method, and here I will call view dot on click listener interface. This is abstract on click method of on click listener interface, and here I will write the respective code to deliver the message to the respective user. So here I will call the intent class and I will create its object as an intent, and to its constructor I will assign two arguments. First argument is get application context, and second attribute is main activity dot class. Next I will create the object for pending intent. So this is pending intent class. I will create its object as a pi, here I will call the get activity method of this pending intent class. Since it is a static method, I will call it with the help of pending intent class name. So this is get activity method of pending intent class, and in this method I will send four arguments. First one is get application context, second argument is 0, third argument is object of the intent class, that is intent, that I have created over here, and again next argument is 0. So in next line I will create the reference for SMS manager class. So this is SMS manager class which is present in android.telephony package. I will simply set SMS as a reference, and with the help of SMS manager class I will call get default method. Here, with the help of SMS reference of this SMS manager class, I will call the method send text message. In this send text message, again I will pass 4 number of argument. First argument is mobile number. So from where I will get the mobile number, with the help of edit text 2 I will get the mobile number. So here before this SMS reference of the SMS manager class, I will declare one string variable, that is no. It is of string data type, and I will assign this contact number value to this number variable. So how can get whatever the contact number entered by the user? For that I will take the reference of number. Here with the help of number I will call get text property. Since I will be receiving this text with in the form of string pattern, so I will call dot to string method over here. Again I will create another variable, that is msg, which is of also string data type. In this next edit text 2, user will enter their appropriate message, so that to assign that message to this variable I will take the help of message reference. Here with the help of message reference again I will call get text property and toString method. So in this way contact number will assign to the number variable and user's message will assign to the msg variable. Since I have assigned edit text 1 id and edit text id to the number and message reference of the edit text class, with the help of this reference I can call the get text property and assign user's contact number and message to this respective variable. And now in this send text message method I will assign 4 arguments. First argument is user contact number, second argument is null, third argument is user's message. So for that I will call over here msg variable. Next argument is this reference of the pending intent class, that is pi. So my next argument in this send text message is pi, and again I will set null as a next argument in this text method. So with the help of this send text message, user will be able to send their respective message to the appropriate mobile number. Once the message will get delivered, I will display the notification that message has been sent, and to display this notification I will take the help of toast class. Here I will call toast class and I will call its make text method. In make text method I will initially send get application context argument. Next, since I want to display the message, so I will write one message over here, message send. Next argument is I am supposed to set its message duration, so I will call here length long function, and with the help of show method I will be able to display this message. Now to deliver the message, I am supposed to set the permission for this application. So how can I set the permissions? Here in manifest folder, Android manifest.xml file is present. I will click on this file. So this file is now open. Here using uses permission tag, I am able to set the permission to send the message and to receive the message on this mobile application. So here I will call uses permission. So the permission name is Android permission dot send SMS. This is my first permission, and second permission that I have to set is receive the SMS. So this is my second permission. Now if I run this application with the help of these permissions, I will able to deliver the user's message to the respective contact number. So to see the output, I will simply click on this run button. So this is Android emulator. This is Android virtual device and its name is Pixel 3. So here Gradle invocation has finished. There is 0 error. It means my application has been run successfully without any errors. And now you can see that this is the SMS application. Here I have to enter mobile number. You can see that I can enter only up to 10 digits over here, and here I can write the respective message. Since I have set its attribute as a multi-text line, so I can enter here n number of text. When I click on the send button, this message will send to this mobile number. So to see the output, I need to run this application on the real device.